Alright, we have a open division matchup here between a game and eNetro. A game has been in very good form recently, and so I suspect he's the heavy favorite coming into this game, but we shall see how this plays out. Already showing a little more signs of, I'd say, map knowledge and competency here. We do have our first blue. We'll see how they both choose to handle this. eNetro probably going to go for the gyro here. I think he messed it up, though, so first blue is going to go to A game. He's going to rip out the doodle-la-las early as well here. Next spawn, eNetro falls again, so it's going to be another spawn that goes pretty much entirely to A game. And eNetro picks up the last red, probably ill-advised right now, considering his positioning there was away from the rest of the spawns. A game ripping out a good game as well. It's kind of crazy. And a spawn that goes in the favor of A game. eNetro goes far for the furthest away red, and then he's going to pick up this last red here as well. A game already off to the races on the next spawn. Let's see if eNetro is able to get there. He's gotten okay angle at it, but I think he just hit that pole. Doesn't react super well to that either. So far, eNetro down double his score, 18 points and an 18-point deficit. Sorry, 40-20 now. Yeah, this has not been a particularly close game so far, but who knows, maybe eNetro's got something big like that. There goes eNetro. I don't know where he's headed there. He just kind of super sped off into the abyss. Able to swipe that that yellow there, and eNetro's going off to somewhere again. I don't know where he's going with these. I don't know if he's trying to like go for the last yellow over there or what, but he's not getting it. So honestly, aside from, you know, if he hadn't done that, I think he would be in an okay spot right now. But A game able to get up to that expired yellow. Let's see if he's able to get back across to the other one, and he's not. eNetro's gonna be able to scoop it up. It's 68-34 here. Both players go for that yellow. eNetro heavily overcommits on it though, and ends up flying up the tower. A game able to scoop the rest of it and whips out another doodle-la-la here. He's been hitting that thing today. Able to blast across, able to land nicely as well. On the other side, 84-37 our margin as we head into the final 2 minutes. We do have a double blue spawn here. I suspect A game in slightly better position to handle it. eNetro's going to go for the rug launch. He does actually get the rug launch, but I think A game's still going to have him beat. Yep. And a blast there from eNetro to push A game into the pit, and then able to get up and grab that yellow gem off the box. Next spawn's going to be up on the tower. A game able to land pretty nicely. eNetro's be wise to drop down here as he pops the mega. It's going to actually stall him out. Not a great time to use that mega marble, just because he makes it hard to get into that gap, and this gap has opened up quite a bit. It's nearly a 70-point lead here. A game whips out a mega marble, hits him with the mega marble kid's taunt as well. Lead is 68 as we head into the final minute here. A game all but assured of his first victory here of the season. He's definitely good enough to not be down here in the open division, and he's showing that right now. He's probably going to be the 4-0 that we get out of there, especially if he plays like this every match. I mean, he just seems like he's much more in control and aware of what he's doing here. Lead is climbing again with that blue grab. I'm gonna have to mute taunts, bro. This is getting out of hand. Gyrocopter all the way over to the blue. A game able to land on it. Lead up at 90 right now, which is absolutely nuts.
Get ready. Set.
Next spawn's gonna be, should be eNetro's. He's gonna opt to go for the super jump instead of the super speed launch. A-game falls, eNetro also falls. Oh, A-game actually stuck the landing there. So it's gonna be a huge blowout win there for A-game. Got every single blue in the level and a plus 21 advantage on yellows. Absolutely a dominant performance there. We'll see where we're off to next.
Get ready, set, go.
E-guy, I'm gonna have to mute you for right now if you're gonna be saying ready, set, go like this. Okay. We are going to Galactic Islands. I don't need to hear Matanyahu while I'm trying to record. Galactic Islands might be... so this was A-game's pick. So this might get ugly. I'm not sure eNetro has ever even seen this level before. Could somebody ensure
fourth pick of the day, by the way, for Galactic?
Yeah, I'd say it's a vote of confidence there for Frostfire as a map maker. eNetro's gonna get this blue though. He's got a little tiny lead. Maybe he has played this map, I don't know. Oh, maybe not. He's not sure where to go now.
It was a C map for Winter Warm-Up, which he participated in.
Oh, that's right, it was.
Also, everyone who's picked Galactic today lost, so eNetro winning?
eNetro winning would be... Oh, no! No, that's not the move there. Could somebody assure Ouija Maelstrom that his season is, in fact, not over? Please, in web chat. He seems to think his season's over. Oh, eNetro falls again. And that little sliver of a lead I was talking about has dissolved here. Yeah, eNetro's really unsure where to go here. A-game's gonna scoop up the rest of this spawn here. eNetro's gonna jump early, use the wooden beam actually to come back across. That was actually kind of a smart play. Not sure that was the right play there to pick up the last red, especially without a power-up and behind everything on the platform, so. But, very nice work there on the wooden beam to come back, like, edge or wall hit downwards. Yeah, use your blast there. Oh, the Mega Marble runs out last second, and he can't jump up. This is tough. You have to, like, fill with wall trick to make that jump, which trying to pull that off in a actual competitive match would be insane. Lead up to 37 now for A-game as we head into the final 3 minutes. I thought there was a sliver of a chance there for eNetro, but that is slowly dissolved. He's gonna go pick up this last red again. He seems to like to do that. Again, not really sure that's the right play there. Good gyro use, and he's gonna fall down to the bottom here. A-game gets, oh, he didn't even get a respawn on that. I thought he was gonna respawn down on the bottom, but he didn't. And A-game sweeps up an entire another spawn to himself. 93 to 38 is our current score, and another spawn that pretty much goes the way of A-game here. Yeah, I just don't think that eNetro entirely knows which power-ups are important to prep for. Although I will say he did end up using that shock absorber kind of usefully. There's that teleporter you can use to get a little closer if you want to, but not gonna use it here. We have another blue down in the ice pit, and A-game's gonna miss it, but he's also gonna still beat eNetro there because eNetro just was, I think, too busy lining up his shot to actually take it. This game is slowly but surely turning into another near 100-point loss for eNetro, unfortunately. after a pretty solid first 30 to 45 seconds. eNetro gets over there, uses his blasts. He's going to be able to get some value out of this spawn. First spawn in a little while where he was able to at least split most of it with A-Game. Uses the super speed to get across. A-Game gyrocoptering down to land on top of the spawn. Very well done there. And the next spawn is right on top of both of our players. A-Game slightly faster to react. Ends up getting that yellow. This is going to be, if this rate continues, this is going to be a 100-point plus deficit here for eNetro, unfortunately. Although A-Game is doing something very confusing. I'm not sure what that was. eNetro's going to go for some expireds, but ends up falling into the cave. Next spawn is on the green island. A-Game looking very capable on this level. Does fall off there though. I did just hit him with an announcer jinx from hell. He's gonna be able to get down to this last one. It's gonna bump the lead up to 102, 166 to 64. Our final here. And eNetro not saying GG here. I hope he's okay. I know it's tough when the deficit is that much. See what eNetro wants to pull out here. If he wants to pull anything out at all, actually. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe just taking a minute here, but again, not fun when you go down by 100 points like that, especially on Galactic Islands, which can be a very frustrating map.
Especially with the taunts too.
Yeah, the taunts got me too last year. That's kind of what did me in against A-Game.
Let's hope eNetro doesn't repeat that.
That would be an insane crash out for eNetro, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen him mad in my life. We're going to Ziggurat for game 3. This is the match. This is the map that A-Game took off of Zedron last season. I'm gonna check. Oh,
Forgot that. Wait, did he?
He did.
He took architecture.
Oh no, was it architecture?
Zedron picked architecture and lost. A-Game picked Ziggurat, I think, and was very close, but did not win.
Apparently my question mark key is broken. That sucks. Okay. Oh my god, this new keyboard's ass.
Ready, set.
Who is
Go.
messaging me on? Buddy, tell Frostfire to give me my money. So already in a do or die game 3 here for eNetro. He's gonna spawn the yellow right on top. Fortunately for eNetro, that is no longer a blue gem. Honestly, I'm very surprised that architecture is the map that A-Game took off of Zedron. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Maybe that's why I remember it being a win on Ziggurat instead. But although I do think Ziggurat was picked in that series. find another one right on top of both players here. So far, none of these games have been particularly close, but again, A Game is probably the favorite to actually outright win Open Division and potentially challenge for a playoff spot from one of the lower players in
Him or Kago.
Yeah, him or Kago. I would probably favor A Game in that matchup personally, mostly because I think his map pool knowledge is much deeper. Kind of the same boat that I was in last year, where just I didn't know enough about the maps that he was gonna pick. Then he was able to just beat me on basically anything that wasn't the ones I knew. Pulling out a ha 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 taunt after blasting is kind of crazy, but especially when you're beating the shit out of somebody. But that's cool.
You would think he would cater the taunts to his opponent's level of play.
You would think, but he's not doing that. I mean, to be fair, Yoshi wasn't doing that either. So, but also Ouija was taunting like crazy too. So, I think it kind of goes both ways. Whereas I don't think eNetro has taunted a single time here other than saying good game. A Game can get a little bit. I don't want to say toxic. I don't know if toxic is the right word for it, but he can get a little bit over the top with his taunt sometimes. Can come off a little toxic on occasion, but I think eNetro has been a good sport about it, just like Ouija was with Yoshi. Although Yoshi was much more focused on, I think, trolling a bit. Another big blast there for A Game that doesn't really send eNetro as far as I thought it would. Able to get some of that spawn there, and this game's, I mean, margin-wise is at least closer, but on a map like Ziggurat, where most of the spawns are just like some red gems scattered around the map, this is an insurmountable lead regardless. It would take something absolutely insane from eNetro to pull this one back, and probably involve A Game's computer exploding and stuff. I don't know if you can make up 27 points playing solo hunt on this map in 40 seconds, so. A Game with another blast that's gonna send eNetro into an ice pit. Yeah, this is a wrap out here. A Game has stopped taunting, fortunately for my eardrums. So eNetro's gonna grab maybe one or two last couple points here, but this should be game over. Margin is around 30 points here. Final score 81 to 46.